Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our channel. Special guest again. We talk about Bitcoin, and then all about cryptos. And right now we have our guest right now, Aimee from Ivoron Tech. It's been a long time no see you again.
Long time no see.
How are
We
you,
have a
Aimee?
lot of fun times on the channel. We had fun times watching.
Yes, it's been like I miss the channel a lot, but that's pretty much it. Before I start the video, can you share a little bit more about yourself and how you get in crypto? Because some people like much experience in the crypto space, right?
For me, I literally just came in based on some friends that had made the recommendation back a few years ago. And I was just like, what is this? What's going on? So I wasn't as interested in the beginning. And then they were the ones that also were like, hey, they kept on coming back. They're like that person that keeps on visiting, right? They kept on coming back. And after 2 or 3 times, I was like, okay, let me hear what you have to say. And at
Yes.
that point, it was actually around the time
Yeah.
that they introduced me to Ivan's channel. So I had heard about it a few years before Ivan's channel, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was like,
Yeah.
what's the point? And
Yeah.
as a female in this space, I used to be a gamer, not as heavy as Axie Infinity or Star Atlas or Gods Unchained. No,
Yeah.
but I used to be a gamer. So I was like, okay, what's this? And
Yeah.
then, sure enough, a friend of a friend was like talking about Ivan again. And I was like, okay,
Yes.
I've got to go listen to Ivan. And
Yeah.
then I started lurking in the background,
Yeah.
just listening to him. And
Yeah.
then the rest is a bit history, right? The rest
Yes.
is a bit like
Of
just
course.
getting
Yeah.
excited about a space.
Yes. Yeah, because without the show, we never had this interview, right?
We had a
Uh,
lot. We had a lot of fun. We had
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of fun with
Yeah, I miss the
Ivan.
show a lot. I mean, like, where was the time when you get into crypto? I mean, like 2017 or 2018, because
It was
there was a
actually,
bubble peak, right? Yeah.
yeah, the bubble peak was in 18. The bubble peak was in
Yeah,
18,
I
17,
know.
18.
You been there
So
before?
I had heard about it in like 13, 14, 15. It was like I just kept on ignoring it. Like I was like, I don't want to hear this. I'm done.
Yeah.
But it kept on coming up. And then I was like, okay, what is this? And then I was like, okay. Then I read the white paper and I did some notes. Like I made my own summary of the Bitcoin white paper.
Yeah.
And then I read the Bitcoin standard and I did
Yeah.
my notes on the Bitcoin standard. And I was like, this is really interesting. There's something in here. And because I work in consulting
Hmm.
and I work with big agencies in consulting, right?
Yes.
Like I freelance for those big agencies,
Yes.
like the one that begins with my letter A,
Yeah.
Accenture, Deloitte, IBM, GBS. These are all very large consulting agencies
Yeah.
that you work on really big projects together.
Yeah.
And even in those projects, I was hearing conversations, whispers, I was hearing whispers, but never so like I heard it when my buddies were like, you need to do more researching and you need to follow this person. You need to follow this person. And I was kind of like, I don't need to follow anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I said, you know what? Then it was really interesting because I started listening to one of my buddies and we started to have a lot of conversations about it in 16 and 17.
Yeah.
And he dragged me in like to talk about it. And I was like, I was getting interested. And then I was like, okay, let me help a friend because
Yeah.
a friend asked me about it. And then I was like, okay, let me help him. It was a Dutch guy. I was like, let me help him.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I did. And with the support of Ivan on Tech, with the support of Leo Trades, Altcoin
Yeah.
Daily, Chico Crypto, not in any particular order, I was able to help guide him, like, strategically guide him and coach him into understanding the space quickly so
Yes.
that he could take a decision, so that he was able to understand the market at the best time, which was at the end of 17,
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
right?
That's
And
why you
then
create.
that's when it peaked.
Yes, I know. So yeah, that's the moment when you aha moment where you get into crypto, right? I mean, like that's why you
Yeah,
create.
that was the aha moment. That was the
Yes,
aha moment.
aha moment. Yeah.
That was the aha. And it was
Yeah.
fun. I was like, this is awesome. We need to get more people to know about this space. And more women. I was like, this is crazy. We
Yeah.
need more women and more people to understand that for the first time in people's lives, like Ivan said,
Yeah.
we can create work for ourselves with our
Yeah.
skills.
Yeah. Because yeah, the crypto is like the separation money and the state, right? So that's why we give full power of individual sovereignty, so that's why I
Sovereignty. That's a
yeah,
very,
sovereignty.
very powerful word.
Yes, yes,
Sovereignty is very powerful. And I think many people now are paying attention to it more.
yes.
They're paying attention to it more.
Yeah, because it yeah, level the playing field, and then the financial inclusion for several people. I think that's the benefit of Bitcoin and cryptos. And
I
then
agree with
yeah,
you.
yeah, and yeah, since you like consulting and have a non-tech knowledge, and do you running a YouTube channel or what? Like you run Twitter like crypto coach, right? Can you share a little bit more about that?
Oh, that's super fun. And it's been really crazy
Yes.
because to answer your two questions, one, I took the Twitter handle, the Crypto Coach, back in 17 because I started coaching people
Yes.
privately around how to understand the space. So I was doing a lot of education and I was doing a lot of like strategy around understanding the space, right?
Yeah.
And I had that piece. However, I didn't jump into YouTube yet, not yet. And I think part of it is that I want to design what my YouTube will look like, but also, it's so dominated by men.
Exactly.
And the way that I see YouTube is a vehicle, an instrument to
Yeah.
help more women feel comfortable that they
Yes.
could step in and that they'll learn. And that it's not just for women, it's for men and women or women and men. That
Yes.
maybe they take a little bit longer to learn something, or
Yeah.
maybe they need to do it in pieces, like
Yeah.
not so fast, not so heavy, but
Yeah.
maybe they need to do it with being part of a community like we were with Ivan on Tech.
Yes.
So for me, I would like to curate my community,
Yes.
and I really don't want it to be super big. I want it to
Yeah.
be people that are going to be like my YouTube fam,
Yes.
where I can see them grow in the
Yeah.
space. That 5 years from now,
Yeah.
they're going to be so excited where they end up, that they
Yes.
have been able
And
to do something
yeah.
and grow their knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the reason you build up the crypto coach, but not your YouTube channel yet. I mean, like, you raised a concern towards me before about the women's because I need to specify down into the list which a question that I would like to ask. So, can
That's
you
good. No, that's good.
elaborate a little bit more about your concern in here? Like, woman in crypto is like what?
It's a great question. It's an excellent question, and it could take up a whole 3 hours. You know this, right? This is a very powerful question.
Yes.
Women in crypto has many, many flavors. So, for example, you have women in crypto that are technologists,
Yes.
that can code, that also can do smart contracts. Like I've been learning with Ivan for the past 4 years, smart contracts, Ethereum development, DeFi, NFTs, all of that. but I come with a background of consulting and SQL development, right?
Yes.
So I come with a background of working in projects of technical software implementations, right?
Yes.
So you have different flavors inside the space of women that are in the space.
Yes.
And very interestingly enough, I'm not just a consultant and a coach, I'm also a yoga teacher.
Yes. You mentioned
So
that.
I now have the handle Real Crypto Yoga as well, because I am now marrying the two together.
Yeah.
Because this is a mindset shift, both for
Yeah.
men and both for women. It's a mindset shift.
Yes.
Because women have already an interpretation of the gaming community, the programming community,
Yes.
the trading community. There's already an assumption of the
Yeah.
space,
Yes.
you know. So how do we transform that? How do I create the possibility that more women like myself
Yeah.
will pop in? You know, women that are strong enough to be like, whoa, that's not appropriate,
Yeah.
but still hold space for the knowledge and the technology.
Yeah.
And that can be a challenge because not everyone knows how to speak.
Yes.
Not everyone knows how to public speak. Do you know what I'm saying? It's that is
Yeah.
not something everyone has. You know, Elio Trades, Ivan on Tech,
Yeah.
Altcoin Daily. You
Yeah.
know, you can see some of the how they speak sometimes too. You know, it's like it's great to hear it, but also we have to continue to develop our presentation skills, our public speaking skills,
Yes.
our way of delivering a message.
Yes. I know. Yeah. Even
And
though I'm still learning
this
about
is
that.
why I'm the crypto coach, because that's what I do. I go through mindset. I go through public speaking.
Yeah.
I can't do that in YouTube well because I need the interactivity, which is why I'm an
Yeah.
influencer on Clubhouse in the crypto space, right? Because I
Yes.
give people value of my voice, and it's interactive social audio app, so I
Yeah.
can hear people. They can hear me. We can dialogue together.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And
right.
that's
Yeah.
super important because we need to be in communication in this space.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I need to learn a lot from you because my speaking skill is not enough. So yeah, I think I need to improve a lot, and yeah, that's why we talking.
But that's great. But that's what you want to do. That's amazing. That's what you want to do. You
Yeah,
know, you find the skills that you want to get better at. And then
exactly.
go find those people that you like and that make sense and keep on listening and observing them and practicing. And what Clubhouse does well is that it's a social audio app.
Yes, exactly.
So you don't see anyone,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is really
I used to,
nice.
yeah, I used to use Clubhouse, but maybe the hype is no longer as it used to be. That's why I no longer using it. I use Twitter Space is some the same feature like Clubhouse, but yeah, there is some differences as well. Yeah,
I think that one of the unique differences about Twitter Spaces was I'm on Twitter Spaces as well. And if you want to do some Twitter Spaces with me, let me know. We'll do some together, and we'll bring some of the folks back onto Twitter Space.
Yeah,
We'll do a
exactly.
little reunion. We'll do an Ivan on Tech reunion on Twitter Space.
Exactly. Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
those,
that's
of
cool.
those folks, because I do follow Boaz, and you're going to speak with him tomorrow. I do follow Boaz.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's in VR, AR, like he's in the metaverse. He's really excited about that.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about focusing on the consulting and the coaching component about NFT projects,
Yeah.
DeFi projects,
Yeah.
you know, understanding the space and education, getting more people to on board, you know, to bring them on. Come on to this boat. Let's go. We need to bring more people with us because it still needs more people. We're still in early days.
Yeah, because I think that's I agree with you because the technology is still the adoption phase. That's why people is not really have no idea how to value this. Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's also, I also don't want to paint a picture that the space is easy, especially for a woman. I would not paint the picture that the space is easy for a woman, because you still have your typical behaviors that show up in some environments, toxic behaviors that show up, and one has to develop a thick skin to manage it, because it doesn't mean it cannot coexist. But if people want to remain community driven, they have to manage what it is that's triggering them about the person. And the space of crypto needs more women that will speak up.
Yeah, exactly.
And speak up from an educational and a factual space, from the experience that they have to bring to the table to contribute. Not that what you see a lot happening too in the NFT space is a bit of like, you're seeing some of the mansplaining, you're seeing some of the toxic masculinity, you're seeing some of the microaggressions from other women, you're seeing all of these dark pieces that are not very inclusive. That is not inclusive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because
and it doesn't matter. It just can't stay in the space. And Ivan used to say there's no space for tribalism. None. There's no space for tribalism. And he was right.
Yeah.
He's very, very right about it.
Yeah, it happens a lot, in crypto. I mean, like tribalism between, I don't know, Bitcoin Maximalist or NFTs. Can you share a little bit your thoughts about that? And
About which one? Bitcoin Maxis?
No, the tribalism in crypto,
Yeah, that's a very interesting topic, and it's also one that we could literally do a panel on. You know what I'm saying? A panel, because I'm sure if you bring in women from different cultures and you translate for them and you give them the space to share, they will share bits and pieces. And that tribalism is that you have a lot of very, very intelligent women. Some are soft-spoken, some are more outspoken than others. That doesn't make either one of those women wrong, or doesn't. It's just the personality, right? Yeah. But why does the personality of that woman indicative of how she's received?
Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying? Because someone could be soft-spoken, but she could be super intelligent.
Yeah, it's all about
Yeah, but it's also how she may solve a problem,
Exactly.
I mean, I've worked with Russian women, I've worked with German, I've worked with Dutch, I've worked with Japanese, Korean, Eastern European.
Yeah, the culture is different, right? Yeah.
The cultures are different, but they really resonate well together when you hold space for accepting and acknowledging that they have something to contribute and they can sit at the table with you.
Yeah.
But what happens is this tribalism makes the majority of women be like, this is not worth it.
Yeah, I see.
This sucks. I don't need to be here. This is not worth it. And if the only way someone's going to listen to me potentially is because I'm going to put my makeup on and be all cha-cha-cha, then why would I want to denigrate my intelligence?
Yes.
And my expertise to dumb myself down?
Exactly.
And that's what I observe as tribalism in the space and microaggressions, because you see this in a lot of places. You see it on Twitter spaces, you see it in Clubhouse, you see it on YouTube, you see it on Instagram, you see it on every platform. The challenge is that there needs to be more ability to develop a thicker skin to prepare for it, because it's going to show up.
Yeah, exactly.
And having a zero tolerance policy, that when it shows up, you cut off, done, get out, got no tolerance for it.
Yes. Yeah, that's your thought about what is called tribalism in crypto, right? I mean, like you shared also before, right? The yoga that you deal with, right? I mean that in crypto, the market is so volatile because it's not fully adopted, right? So,
Correct.
do you see any correlation between yoga to stay mentally health during this volatility in the market?
The next winter, the next winter, the winter is coming.
Yes.
You know what? It's a very interesting question, that one,
Yes.
because I could begin the response by saying we all need to look at our egos.
Yeah. I see.
And that's a very big aspect of a space where people are innovating
Yeah.
and may have some grandiose perspectives on how they see themselves. And this was inside the community that was following the live as well. This was very much inside of it. In the chat, it was inside the chat. It was.
Yes.
It was also inside the Discord. But that's also why I just kick people out and ban them. I don't have a patience for it. I just kick people out and ban them. If it's going to be juvenile,
Yeah.
immature, come
Yes.
on. I mean, you could have fun and laugh and have a joke, but there's a difference between laughing and joking and being immature and juvenile.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the difference.
And this is where mental health comes into play.
Yeah.
Because we are not seeing the impact on the mental health of the environment on even the guys that are day trading or what they're doing. And like, I mean, Ivan used to say it all the time. Don't mortgage your house, don't do something crazy like that,
Yes.
but the competitiveness, the ego,
Yeah.
the competition,
Exactly.
the ego.
So how do you deal with this market? I mean, like you yoga instructor, right? I mean, like by meditating during the day, or
Yeah, I practice every day. I practice every day and I teach every day, almost every day. And I am actually in the process of building a program for doing a workshop to combine both of them,
Yes, exactly.
to combine the crypto and the yoga combined. Because I've been teaching for a long time and I'm a teacher trainer. So, and I'm a yoga therapist. So when I look at these things, I envision how can I solve a problem and help people at the same time in different parts of their life, not just in one part. Because when this market goes down, what are people going to do?
I see.
What are they going to do? Because it's not going to be so volatile anymore. Ivan also said it as well. He said this would be the last time that we would probably see this crazy volatility, because when institutions start coming in, they're going to levelize it.
Yes, I see. Yeah, that's your what is called progress into combining your yoga teaching and then the crypto space, right? So that's the unique idea.
Meditation, mindfully being aware of how to, not spend 15 hours in front of a screen. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like spend time with friends, go outdoors. There's so many tips that I even give my own friends that are in the space that are. I had two friends that I was coaching in the space of like yoga and crypto. I was just like, dude, man, you need to relax. You need to really take a breather and come away from it a bit, because your mind's going too fast.
Yes, exactly.
And when the mind's in high beta, you can't make critical decisions well.
Yes, I agree with you. Because the market is so emotional, unlike the stock market, right? I mean, when you like down 5%, you hit the circuit breaker, so that there is third party that save you, right? But in crypto, you get the reward, you get the risk, so that's why the market is so volatile and people so emotional.
Yeah, but emotion is something where this is really fascinating analogy, and I bet you're going to see this.
Yeah.
There's some people that would say women are very emotional, right?
Yeah.
Or they would be like, oh, women are so emotional, right? But what's really fascinating is
Yes.
men also could be emotional,
Exactly. Yeah.
very almost irrational
Yeah. I agree. I
when
agree.
it comes to crypto, okay, or trading, right? Or this sort of fight. So men and women do it both, but in different places. Because even Harvard Business Review did have a article about how women are more aligned with finance in managing those elements than men, because women deal with a lot more uncertainty and a lot more things in their life at the same time that really challenge how we interact, really challenge and develop our skills. So I don't see women freaking out over
Yeah.
this market.
Yes.
In my opinion, it could be, there might be one or two, but for the most part, every woman I talk to is just like, yeah, man, you know.
Yeah. I know.
But then you have this sort of competitive gamification and gamified feeling that's super heavily emotional. But then I also think to myself, okay, well then, but you don't see women addressing men as super emotional because of the way they're acting around trading.
Yeah. 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 Because emotional is part of human, regardless
Of
of the
course it
right.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of
That's why.
course it is. I mean, it absolutely is part of being a human being. You
Yes.
know, we're human beings.
Yeah.
Actually, I even believe we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And
Yeah.
if we're that way, and you being from Indonesia, understand, if we're spiritual beings having a human experience, all of this is nothing and meaningless until we put a meaning to it.
Yes. Exactly. I agree with you. So yeah, I mean, like that's why make crypto so interesting, because the market is still adoption phase and the emotional is quite high. That's why when the price skyrocketing and the headlines say like overreacted, so that's why it's happened.
Yeah.
And then since you like coaching the yoga, and also you right now have minimalism life or what? I mean, like
Oh, yeah.
I saw
Oh,
your room,
absolutely. Oh,
like
no,
yeah.
this is so interesting because this is where I do yoga as
Yeah.
well. And I usually roll out my mat.
Ah, yeah, I
And then I
see.
have actually a whiteboard that's to my right over here where I doodle and I
Yes,
sort of work out programs and just what I want what I want to work on for the
yeah,
day. And then I have a small computer desk where I've set up my podcasting station with my equipment here and my laptop and my Mac. So it's all sort of organized here in a very compact way because I do believe in minimalism.
yeah. Minimalism, because minimalism increase your productivity, and also like Bitcoin or other cryptos, like have low time preference, right? When you have low time preference, you what is it? Negate what you are doing right now, but you sacrifice it for the future. Right?
Totally get that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you have that. Yeah, me too. Like my bald haircut is part of minimalism as well, and I do the minimalism too. So that's why
Yeah,
I
but this is so important right now because consumerism.
exactly. Yeah, I don't really. Maybe some people will get a learn about that, but you can have never enough. I mean, like when you have something, you tend to have more and more and more. That's why people need to have this kind of behavior to have self control, right? Yeah.
But that's it. Self control and self management and introspection is really where I combine the yoga and the crypto together. That's where the intersection is.
Yes.
Because the intersection is in the space of how can those two sit well together?
Yeah.
Because, people will talk about the energy, people will talk about NFTs. I'm not even going to go down that discussion, but my point is that you have a lot of comments going back and forth, but that's mind stuff too. That's
Yeah.
also mind stuff. But if we could look at it from a perspective of putting it in perspective, and leaning back a bit, and looking at it from a far away place, I think people would get more out of this, out of these markets, out of these experiences.
Yeah, I agree.
And as we move to the metaverse, because tomorrow you're going to speak with Boaz, or you have another conversation with Boaz. When we talk about the metaverse, once we talk about the metaverse, we have to look at our identities in the metaverse. Who will we be inside the metaverse?
Yeah. How do you know? I mean, like, I will interview Boaz tomorrow.
Boaz is a friend. Boaz is on Clubhouse. Boaz is my buddy.
Oh yeah, Boaz visit your room before in the Clubhouse. Is that
in Clubhouse? Yeah, he follows me on Clubhouse, and he listens to the rooms where I speak on. So, and I do speak on some top stages, and they have like 40 to 50,000 people in the club. So it's a very interesting one, and I do speak about Bitcoin, DeFi, cryptocurrency, blockchain education, inclusion in tech, but also more to see the future for the future generations and less of the tribalism and more of like, okay, can we think forward and see what we could do to solve some problems in the real world?
Yeah.
And to bring it more for our future generations?
Yes. That's right. And then, I mean, like, you're right. It's all about self-control, and then about how we manage this market, because the market is it's still new, and people still have no idea to value it. So that's why I agree with you. And then, I mean, the last one, I mean, like, you said before that this cycle, there will be the winter again, right? The crypto winter. I mean, like, do you think that there will be the boom and bust again? Because some people say it's a super cycle and never go down again. What's your position in it?
Well, all of it's speculation, right? All of it's speculation. I tend to look at like, and not going in great detail, but I tend to look at other vehicles when I assess certain things. And part of it has to do with like charting, astrology, a bunch of things that I look at, because also, like I said, as a yoga teacher and as a consultant, I look at different things. But I would safe to say that there's a number of folks in the space that have done some great analytics. I'm an on-chain analyst, so I also do look at the on-chain metrics, and I do notice certain patterns.
Yes.
However, I don't think it's going to be as long, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be as long this time around. I think it's going to get more structured, and I think more people will move towards other use cases around NFT and identity and real estate and TV and gaming. So I think there's a lot more to come in. But of course, as many have reported already, those that are trading with leverage, they're getting shaken out of the tree. So these dips are really those same newbies that are coming in and don't understand the space and are just kind of thinking that they could time a market that's so kangaroo-ish, So I just, we have to all just hold space for them, and that's how some people learn. It's unfortunate, but that's how some people learn.
Yes, because I think the real peak is not here. It's still a long way to go. But what they do, I think, they learn from the I mean, like, last May, when the Bitcoin have correction. I think it's quite severe, right? The correction. I mean, like, people got burned during that day, during that month.
I mean, if you look at what Ivan said, and if you look at what Plan B is demonstrating, if you put all those analytics together, Will Clemente, Plan B, if you look at analysis on chain, you'll start to notice there's patterns from 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And a little bit of a secret, when I was younger, I used to do forecasting and demand planning and replenishment for a very large global brand, a worldwide fashion brand. And when you do analytics and forecasting and seeing trends and consumer behavior, you will start to see that there's some patterns that may repeat themselves, maybe not as heavy, but I think it was even a couple of a few of these top old school OG YouTubers that actually I kind of see where they're coming from analytics wise, that we could see this run up, we could possibly see this parabolic run up. But like if we look back at 17 and 18, there was a parabolic run up, and then it dropped dramatically by 82-83%.
Yeah.
And if you follow what Plan B is saying, it's not unheard of that could happen again. It's not unheard of. It's not. But when people are prepared for something, they could mitigate it. You see what I'm saying? If they're, it's like under promising, over deliver. I do project management, right? So there's always a saying of under promise, over deliver. Don't promise so much because you never know what could happen. But if it happens, great, fantastic. But if it doesn't, you won't be mentally challenged by it because you didn't sort of raise your expectations so high.
Yes. Yeah, because the market is so volatile, and I agree with you. People have I don't know, don't have a plan B. I mean, like there is always case in both scenario, right? Whether best scenario or a worst scenario. So I think that's I agree with you about it. And then I mean, you said before that. Your on-chain analytics, right? I mean, you do it on yourself on mempool, or you just saw the stats and then you.
I have an account with Glassnode, so I use the same account. I use a similar account as.
I see.
So I've had that membership for about 2.5 years now. So it's really a good. It's for me, it demonstrates that I'm a data junkie. So I like looking at data patterns and data.
Yeah, exactly.
And as a SQL developer, that's what we do, look at data all day.
Yeah.
So when you work with data all the time, you will start to see patterns.
Yeah, I thought you are doing that independently, that's why I asked you.
No, but I do it on my own, which means like no one tells me. I just study it by myself and I notice patterns. That's it. I don't really talk about it much. I just go into my little computer and just
exactly. That's people should learn. So I think that's and then one last question. I mean, like the regulation in Europe, I mean, like especially in your country, in Netherlands, I mean, like the crypto is a crypto friendly or just still in the gray area that people want to ban?
It's crypto friendly. It's getting crypto friendly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Dutch, I think and believe there's a lot of Dutch crypto traders.
Oh, yeah.
And I think if there's that much influence of those traders, I'm sure they would not want that to, they would want to have a stand for what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because for them it's work, for them they're just, they like those analytics and that way of working, and that's great. But I think that you'll start to see, you'll just start to see that we're still early adopter, like you said. So I think it'll be interesting to see how they play out, what countries do what. Just be very interesting to see.
Yeah, because like I interviewed VUF, VUF from Ivontech Group. He's from Denmark, and then he said the country is not really embrace crypto. But I don't know in other country. That's why I asked you, because Europe is not just consists of one country, right? So that's why I think I think Denmark is not the European Union. Is that correct or not?
I'm not sure.
I
know it's on Scandinavia, so I'm not.
Yeah, Scandinavian. Yeah, it's different, right?
I know, but it's close to Germany, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly. So I think maybe that's.
I actually think you can use the euro in Denmark, so it could be. Double check that, but I believe when I've worked in Denmark, you can use the euro in Denmark, which means it could have some relationship with the EU. Yeah,
exactly. And I saw from some YouTuber, Sunny Decree, YouTuber from Switzerland, and he said that the bank tried to ban him from withdrawing the money, because it's a crypto related. That's why the bank is forbid the withdrawal and the transaction. So is it happen in your country or not?
Well, it depends on what exchange he's on, right? It depends on what exchange he's working with. Binance has been banned quite a lot in a lot of countries at some levels of their products and services. So it's possible, but it also depends what he's using and what canton he's in Switzerland, because Switzerland has a lot of cantons.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really about the exchange, I mean, like when you have the crypto-related transaction from withdrawal to exchange to the bank, you cannot really withdraw it because the bank make it difficult to withdraw the money. So I don't know the regulation, but I think it's not really regulation. It's about the bank don't really like cryptos. I mean, like,
yeah, I mean, that's another topic. That could be like a part 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, exactly.
You see it with all the CDBCs that are coming out.
Exactly.
The central, you see it. And I think that's actually such a great place to sort of sum it up as well, because I think this space is so unique and volatile. But of course, I believe in my heart of heart that there'll be those that'll be a gentleman I follow who's very intelligent said that it'll be almost like Pirate Bay in Sweden.
Yeah, I know.
Is it Pirate Bay? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
know.
saying it wrong. But the thing is even though they were made to be stopping their business or whatever, they still exist and they still do some business. They just are not as big as they were before. So yes. I think that what you'll start to see is, as Ivan mentioned and forecasted, the institutions will come in, and as those institutions come in, you'll always have the OGs and the diehards. You'll always have them.
Yeah. Also, when sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that you'll always have them, and then you still have the people you need to onboard, and that number is, it's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as long as the politician keep in touch with it, I mean, the mass adoption is inevitable.
But we have to see how it plays out. We have to see how it plays out, and all we could do is keep on educating people on the lessons and how to get in safely, how to understand security, how to understand sovereignty.
Yeah, exactly.
Financial literacy, investment literacy.
Yeah. Sovereignty. Yeah, it's not just about money, right? It's not about the quick buck. It's something more, something like something bigger. So that's why I agree with you to understand fully about. But
that's part of it. That's the huge part about it, is that people need. We still have a lot of people that are not in the space.
Exactly.
A lot. And
a lot.
The sad part to say is that there's also a lot of women that are not in the space too.
Yeah, and
so
unfortunately,
when you imagine that 63% of consumers are women,
exactly,
and actually, in some countries, it's older women, not younger.
Exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately, they will FOMO at the top and blame Bitcoin about that. That's human nature. I mean, maybe this one
human
is
human condition. It's not human nature. It's human conditioning.
Yeah, it's
humans are conditioned that way. That's not human nature. That's humans are conditioned that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Same way a dog doesn't lash out at someone naturally. A dog is conditioned by his environment.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. I don't know. I misspell my English. That's
no. It's okay. It's great. It's getting there. You have to keep on practicing. Yes, you got to keep on practicing.
And you use English in them or not?
What was that?
Do you use English in Netherlands or not?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I thought there's their mother tongue language, right? Dutch.
Yeah, it's Dutch, but they also speak English well.
Yeah. Maybe this one is the last one. I mean, like, do you have any exact Bitcoin price prediction for this bull run? It's still.
I'm gonna stick behind Plan B.
Oh, do
I'm
you
gonna
agree with
stick with.
Andy? Oh,
I'm gonna stick with Plan B's stock to flow. I'm gonna stick with his.
oh, do you believe in stock to flow model? Yeah.
I think the model is very pragmatic and it's very direct.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
based in understanding. I mean, he's been right quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I think with
It's,
I
yeah,
think with the
it's like,
numbers that came out, I think with the numbers that came out about inflation in the US, I think it's interesting to see how the next couple of weeks are going to go. And remember, Black Friday is in 2 weeks.
yeah. What does
Remember
that
in
mean?
2017, remember
Yeah.
when the parabolic run started? It started at the end of November.
Yes. And then, wow, the
And it went
pilot.
straight up. It went straight up. So I'm just
Yeah.
saying, be present to the fact that Black Friday is in 12 days.
So you, I mean, like, when will the
People
top?
are going to go shopping. They're going to go shopping.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, you have exact date. I mean, exact month when you see the. Oh, this is the top. Which month do you think?
Oh no, I would say that would be more when we start looking at first quarter 22. And that could be very interesting because even though we may see it top off,
Yes.
I think my question would be how long is it going to last the winter?
Yes, exactly.
Because it may not, I don't think it'll last that long. That's just my opinion. I don't think it'll last as long as the last one.
Exactly.
Because
Because
adoption's coming. Because
yeah,
adoption's coming in. The dog is barking now.
you have a joke, so that's why I did. Yeah, I think that's it, guys.
Yeah, now you
For
can hear me.
today, thank you, Aimee, for coming in.
Thank you.
In person.
Pepe
Maybe,
thanks you too.
yeah, yeah, your dog is coming at you, and yeah, that's why I did this one because I nothing else to ask again. Yeah,
Well,
thank you
thank you.
for your time, and see you in the next maybe part two. Yeah.